Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Here we go. And we're off. Off and running. Welcome to it. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter and Instagram, Threads. These guys are so jealous of my my Threads influence that every time I even mention it, they got to whine about it. It's because of jealousy, is it not?
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
It is.
Yeah.
You want to be
Threads. You want to be Thread stars, and you're not.
No,
you're just not. And so eat your hearts out.
Thread star.
When that. Over 3 people are digging the stuff you're putting down,
right?
It's a heady experience.
You're a Thread star,
and you'll never know it. So deal with it.
I'm gonna look.
All right?
I'm gonna see how many people went over there to.
He just said
follow the show.
It's over 3 people.
Said it's over
3.
Uh-huh.
What do you want?
Has the domain expired, or is this the internet that slow, or is it just a terrible website?
All of the above?
Yeah.
Perhaps? Okay, well, the big news is that the Trump trial has gone to the jury now.
It goes to the jury today, right?
Well, today, yeah. They're going to be off deciding, and they had closing arguments yesterday. I think I read that the prosecution closing arguments went 5 hours.
It was a long time.
Jeez. Wow.
Then he got hollered at from the judge.
Yeah? For what?
In his closing arguments, he told the jury, don't send Trump to prison. No, that's not, it was don't send my client or don't send the...
This is the defense?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. The defense. Yeah. Trump's attorney, yeah. And he's don't send my client or whatever to prison. Mm-hmm. And they were all wound up about that, and the judge was hollering at him because that's his job.
Yeah, my job to sentence
my
people.
job. Don't tell the jury about that's my job.
Jeez.
This thing is such a joke.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
and they've proven nothing. In fact, I think they've done the opposite. They've shown his innocence in this case.
To the masses who are watching the entire thing, I don't know about the jury.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the jury isn't seeing everything we're seeing.
You got a bunch of New Yorkers there. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen here? I saw where the betting pool has a 65% chance of Trump being convicted. But they said those numbers were changing rapidly. So I don't know where it is right this second. But at printing time, 65% of people thought he was going to be convicted? Wow. Based on what? There's no evidence at all.
It's just
Zero.
the hatred of Trump. We want him to be guilty. I say we. They want him to be guilty of something.
Right. So goes to the jury again. That'll happen today. I don't know when they're going to decide. Should be 5 minutes and not guilty.
That would be awesome,
wouldn't it?
That would shut them up.
Would it?
Well, that's true.
Wouldn't shut Robert De Niro up.
It would piss him off.
Yeah, it would make them very angry.
Yeah. The De Niro thing. That guy is so agonizing.
I know.
Oh, my gosh. He's hideous. Is that what we have here? Do we have... yes, outside the courtroom yesterday.
Yesterday. He, his friends call him Douche Niro.
Do they?
Yeah.
His friends call him that?
I'm a friend. I call him Douche Niro,
And can I just say, for an administration, KJP in particular, who has tried to make it a point to say this is not a political trial whatsoever, and I can't comment on this. My goodness, your minions were out in full force yesterday in front of the courthouse.
And in front of the courthouse,
In front of the courthouse with a bag filled with Biden-Harris 2024 signs. Don't tell me this isn't political. But yeah, De Niro, Douche Niro.
Douche Niro has been, he showed up. He had said before, I don't know, in the last year or so that he was just going to be quiet and not say anything. But he cannot contain his hatred for Trump.
Yeah.
And I saw him go to a state dinner at the White House about a month and a half, 2 months ago. And I was like, there you go. He's working for Biden. And he definitely is. Because after that, he did nothing. He's been doing his press. He's been doing interviews, all on the hatred of Trump.
Yep. And he approached the microphone with his mask on because, of course, the the pandemic panic right now is just out of control. So he made sure he had the mask that's going to protect him from any sort of disease.
You know, up until he was done.
Come on, man. Really?
What a loser.
What a... How old is he? He's like...
De Niro is in his 80s.
80. Okay.
He might even be 90 by now.
I'm checking.
Nah, Chris says he's 80.
Yeah.
Chelsea Handler's kind of guy, too.
Well, he's got a 1 or 2
he?
year old baby too, with his baby mama.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Chelsea Handler said that she is sexually attracted.
Then he takes it off.
Sexually drawn to Robert
He has
De
his
Niro.
mask on. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got my mask on. I got to take it off. I'm gonna go in front of where there's more people that could be breathing disease on me, but I'm gonna take my mask off now.
Then his rambling introduction to the press conference.
Terrible.
Here's that.
I mean, this is really, even these people over here are kind of, it's kind of crazy.
Is it?
It's really crazy. And
talking to me, You talking to
thing,
me?
Donald Trump has created this. He should be telling them not to do this. But he's just...
To do what?
Biden should be telling you not to do this.
Thank you.
So you
great.
can talk to the press, but they can't.
Right. They could. He can be there. They can't.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Sure, because he's elite and
Yes, that's exactly how he feels.
one of the controlling people. And he discussed Trump, of course, during the press conference.
Under Trump, this kind of government will perish from the earth.
Oh, let's hope so. The
I
kind
don't
we
mean
have
to
now.
scare you.
Oh, yeah. Let's hope so.
No, wait. Maybe I do mean to scare you. If Trump
talking to
returns
me
the
over
White
there,
House, you can kiss these freedoms goodbye.
Goodbye. You can.
that we
That's
all
right.
Take for granted.
This is the
Over
first
there.
read through of
And
the
elections,
script.
forget about it.
Forget
That's over.
about it.
That's done.
No
If he
more
gets in,
elections. If
I
Trump,
can tell you right now.
that's right. Over
he
there.
will never leave.
He's already
He
left.
will never leave.
He left after
Yeah.
you stole
know
What do
it.
you mean he will never leave?
He will
never leave.
Oh, my.
What
Over
does
there.
that mean?
They tell
Is
us.
that the country we want to live in? Do we want him running this country
Forever?
and saying, "I'm
Yeah,
not
now-
leaving.
yeah.
I'm dictator for
Here
life"?
comes the
love
horn
it.
hawking.
Yeah.
It
And
was
that's why
awesome.
I've joined the Biden-Harris
never
campaign,
stops.
because the only way to
Even-
preserve our freedoms
My gosh.
and hold on to our humanity is to vote for Joe Biden for president.
Okay.
Really.
Really?
Sell it, baby. Sell it.
We don't have a choice.
Okay.
Even if it were true that was his intention, how would he pull that off?
I don't know, Pat.
That's such an asinine thing to stand there and claim. He will never leave over there. That is true. He will never leave. Not like he did last time.
Right.
Last time he left. He's not going to leave this time.
Chris, do we have the bar scene from that? I sent it in yesterday, and maybe not. It was a great meme. It was a great video of the people watching De Niro say that he'll never leave, and the bar just goes crazy with cheering. It's obviously they're watching something else.
yeah.
I got it, but there was the whole. It was the whole thing of after De Niro says he will never leave. Yeah.
I mean, all the things you
place
could
goes
say
crazy.
if you don't like Trump is that he'll never leave when he has proven that he has left and under very questionable circumstances.
Yeah, he's got no choice. I mean, it's not up to him.
So weird.
Is the U.S. military going to make sure that Donald Trump stays in office in perpetuity? How's that going to work?
I don't know.
Bizarre. It's just a stupid claim. And we've got precedent that it won't happen.
Correct. And we've got precedent that the U.S. military was working to undermine him during his presidency. So there's no way they're helping him.
That's for sure.
I mean, at least at the past run at president.
He also called Trump supporters clowns.
But this city is pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns.
Yeah, you're in it.
We have them all over the city. People who do crazy things in the street, we tolerate it. It's part of the city's, it's part of the culture. But not a person like Trump who will eventually run
but not
the
Trump.
country. That does not work, and we all know that.
Only what he
Anyway,
likes.
we make room for clowns, to each his own. But no one takes
each his
him or
own.
took him really seriously. They take him seriously now, of course.
They can't make up their mind.
I mean,
Is he so incredibly stupid that we just need to dismiss him? Or is he diabolically brilliant?
Incredible.
playing 4D chess?
Yeah. Yeah. You just can't make up their minds. They want to have it both ways. Well, with everything. That's the case with everything. So De Niro clashed with some Trump supporters, too.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
Democrats, you are gangsters. You are gangsters. You're washed up.
Oh, there's a good comeback. F you.
You're a softy! You're a nobody! Your movies suck! You're trash! You're trash! You're done! You're done out
That's fun.
It is.
That's fun. Now you hit him where he lives. Don't say his movies suck. Oh, that hurt too much. That hurt. Then he was done. Now he had to wander off and not come back. Now I'm going to take my toys and go
They
home.
finally shuffled him into an SUV and
Off he
finally
went.
got him out of there.
A
yeah.
climate killing
Yeah.
SUV?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Whoa,
Oh, yeah.
whoa.
It was interesting too that he I saw where he was photographed with one of his bodyguards, and they were making the case that one of the bodyguards was one of the same bodyguards that was working for Sam Bankman-Fried when he came out of the courtroom. It's just, I mean, it's the same, I'm sure it's just because it's the same company, but it was interesting that it was the same guy behind both douches.
So I think there's one more De Niro clip. I'm not positive which one this is, but it's titled "De Niro is a Mess." Let's see.
And that's why I've joined the Biden-Harris campaign, because the only way to preserve our freedoms and hold on to our humanity is to vote for Joe Biden for president. Really?
Okay.
Really?
We don't have a choice.
Okay, this was just a shorter
Yeah,
version.
that's a shorter
of the
version of
earlier.
that.
Okay.
He's right about that
I mean-
part. We don't have a choice. It's got to be Donald Trump. There is no other alternative there. It's the end of our republic if Joe Biden is reelected.
I mean, this does kind of show the desperation of the Biden campaign.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
I
in a
mean,
way.
when they're dragging out douche Niro in front of the courthouse,
Yeah.
to be part of the Biden-Harris campaign, and that's the best he can do.
Yeah.
That's the best the Oscar winner Robert De Niro can do. I mean, I like a lot of Bob's work, but
No, I just heard his movies suck. So
Oh, yeah, okay.
what is it you like that sucks? Yeah, he's done some good movies.
he has.
I hate to admit it,
And
but he has.
It's difficult to watch them now.
Oh, really difficult.
Because I have to put myself in a different mindset. Like I just have to walk,
Yeah.
split it up, compartmentalize. Okay, fine. This is just a movie.
You know what he was really good in? Was that movie about he was later in life, obviously, because he is, but he became an intern, I
Yeah.
think, at Google or
Yeah.
a company like that.
Like Google,
That
yeah.
was actually a really
Yeah,
good
it was
movie.
fun.
I liked
it was
it,
fun. Yeah, it was fun.
but I can't stand him. I can't stand to look at him. So I don't know how I got through that movie. But
I know.
it is difficult. Meanwhile, our climate change weather continues.
Oh boy.
We've got turbulence going on, which never happened. It's unprecedented. The turbulence happens in airplanes now. They fly through choppy air, and then people get killed. And so that never happened before. Rain never happened before. We're getting rain now. Where'd that come from? Wait, sometimes it doesn't rain. In fact, sometimes it gets hot, really hot.
We're either flooding or we're in a drought.
Yeah,
Honestly.
really
And
seems
that's
that way.
because of climate change.
Climate change.
Thank you.
Exactly. Right. Here's a look at what was going on yesterday at DFW Airport.
Yeah, this was right when we were going on the air, and it was
Oh, yeah.
crazy out there.
Watch the wind
Watch the
blow the plane.
Away from the gate.
Whoa, look at that.
That's a wind.
That's something.
What is weird is, doesn't it look like the rain is blowing
Wow.
the wind from left to right? yet the plane just went from right to left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it hit
well-
the back.
Hit the back, the
hit
tail,
the back of the tail.
duh,
The tail, yeah.
duh, yes,
The
sorry.
nose is probably
I got it,
blocked
yeah,
by
no.
a structure.
Yep, I got
so
it.
Once
I got there on my own. Thank you.
That's
yesterday
not
was
physics.
was election day as well in Texas. Can we just real quick just put up this graphic? Big day for Texas, obviously, with the weather in the morning and the election results. I went to the Texas election results page at the Secretary of State's office.
Wow.
I'm a little concerned.
Okay, yeah,
a little concerning, right?
Wait, 156 out of 110 counties are reporting.
And look, their little graphic even says
141%.
141% of counties are
That's
reporting.
awesome.
Is it?
I mean, that's
Now,
Is it? Is
right?
it?
Is this
that
this
awesome?
a warning sign for November?
that's just a test.
It's a test, but it was an election
test.
night.
That's
so-
a super turnout right
Yeah.
there. Huh.
And so, but actually, there's
Wow.
200 and something counties in Texas, for what that's worth. So I don't know what was going on there, but
Weird.
You had Phelan win. The Speaker of the House barely won.
Maybe some counties aren't holding elections. Is that why?
Oh,
Maybe that's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
but it was close on. The drunk Speaker of the House,
Oh.
Dade Phelan.
But he made it.
He won by 50.7 to 49.3.
Oh, man.
It looks. I'm just doing the quick look here. It's about 300 and something votes.
Man,
Seriously, how is he winning?
maybe if 200% had voted, he
Yeah,
would
we
have lost.
just-
He would have lost.
Right.
Do we have
If we had an actual decent turnout. Jeez.
But yep, he's still there.
Yep. All right. The odds of Trump winning, highest point yet.
Oh,
Likely driven by the trial, they think, and the incredible list that's piling up about Joe Biden's failings. I mean, he can't even speak, for one thing.
No kidding.
He's
I
got
mean,
a-
this past weekend,
Jeez.
it was embarrassing for him.
Really embarrassing.
The entire weekend. And this trial backfired on them big time. With Trump able to walk out the side of the courthouse every day and have a press conference. I mean, that was just awesome that he just owned it.
I know.
I mean, I know that we're concerned about whether he is found guilty or not, and I am concerned because it's a possibility that they find him guilty. But and I don't know what that means. You know, they said the Secret Service has been in talks with the jails, and they're just doing their preemptive work. I mean, that's their job. But it's concerning. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how a guilty verdict weighs in on this.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
But Trump is up to 57.2% chance of winning. 57.2%. By comparison, Biden's odds of re-election have fallen from 47.1% to 40.9%. So about 41. It's about 57 to 41 right now. And then I guess 1% chance for RFK or something.
Right. I wonder if that, does that stay if he's found guilty and or sent to some kind of jail? To me, I don't
Or
care.
does it
I don't
help?
care if he's the president in a 8x12 cell. I'm
Either
good
way,
with that.
Biden has to go, whatever the case
Yes.
may be.
yeah. And Pathead M sent me this really. I'll have to tweet this out. This is really cool. This Decision Desk headquarters. It's like a 20-minute video where the guy goes through the Electoral College map, and he goes through the polling data, and then he also goes through the last two and kind of weights it. In other words, this is just an example. Pennsylvania, it was 4 points wrong in favor of Biden or whatever. Anyway, he goes through the whole thing, and when you take the last two elections and the accuracy of those polls combined with the current polls, Trump ends up winning 322 to 199. Again, I gotta send this video. I sent this to Stu. I mean, this is the kind of video that's like right up Stu's alley. Bunch of numbers, polling data.
Have you heard back from him yet on that?
I just sent it last night.
Well, come on.
Again, what's
get
he
on
doing?
I don't
Get
know.
on it.
He's probably sleeping right now. I don't know.
What's he doing? He's got a show to be a part of.
Anyway, it's a fascinating video, and like I said, it shows. Now, if you take in my criteria, which is you need to have a 10-point margin in the states for Trump in order to win those, it's not
All right, I'm going to
322.
text Stu right now.
It's
Find out what the heck is going on with him?
Where's your response to Keith's email last night? Thank you.
You looked at Keith's email yet? What are you doing?
Thank you, Pathead M. I appreciate that video very much.
Yeah, that's great stuff. If you like the show, you're going to love our merchandise that goes with the show. It's really fun, and it'll spark conversations for people you run into. Go to shopblazemedia.com, and you can check out everything from the "Burr, I'm cold, it's cold, Burr" sweaters, T-shirts, to Pat Gray hats and beanies, the throwback Let It Pat T-shirt, and a lot more. And, of course, there's all the other Blaze merchandise right there at your fingertips as well. And when you use my promo code, which at this particular time and point is it PAT10? PAT10, you get $10, 10% off of your purchase. Is that right? I think it's more like, isn't it 20? I don't know. We've got so many. Oh, okay. That's the other one. Yeah. All right. So use my code PAT10 and you'll get 10% off all the merchandise that you order.
I mean, you could try the 20.
You could try it, see what happens, but I'd go with PAT10. That's probably the safer bet. ShopBlazeMedia.com, promo code PAT10.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Did you see that the baby mama for Hunter Biden wrote a tell-all book?
Yeah.
It's coming out during the Democratic National Convention.
Awesome.
I can't wait. It's something about my wild life with Hunter Biden, something to that effect. It sounds like it's going to be promising. Give us something to talk about, because, you know, there's such a dearth of material. It'll be nice to have something to be able to talk about.
Will she get a visit from the president as well?
Probably.
Just like Haley Biden.
Yeah, I don't know. They try to ignore her and their child, their grandchild, as much as they can.
Out of the shadows.
Ooh,
My life inside the wild world of Hunter Biden.
That's a good title.
It sure is. And it comes out during the Democrat National Convention.
Awesome.
So that's fun. That's fun.
That'll be real fun.
Yeah, she's already starting to make the rounds. I'm surprised she's been quiet this long. You know?
Well, she was holding out for money.
Yeah.
She got, Hunter gave her a couple of paintings, so that was nice of him.
Yeah, it's like having a Van Gogh.
Correct.
Did you see that in order to get around that Ohio snafu with the ballot, the DNC is going to virtually nominate Biden and Harris before the convention? So August 7th is when the deadline for Ohio certification was, and the DNC isn't until August 19th. So they're like, we'll just do a roll call virtually. So this is going to be
That'll be interesting.
fun.
Yeah, because you will probably want to be on the ballot in Ohio. I don't know.
Probably.
Sometimes, presidential candidates are a little picky about that. They should have thought of that when they scheduled their stupid convention. How is it possible that they screw these things up like that? It's amazing. And then you wonder why the country's in the shape it is. KJP yesterday was asked about Joe Biden visiting Hallie Biden. What was up with that? What's going on there?
Yeah. Well, he was just
on another topic.
Being fair.
Why did President Biden have a private meeting with a witness who plans to testify in court against his son?
No.
Can you say more?
Can I say
Biden
say more?
is a key government witness who allegedly disposed of a gun that Hunter is accused of buying illegally. President Biden was at her house this week.
I think the American people should also be told the full breadth of this, not just a part of this question
Tell
here.
us.
Tell us.
As you all know, the president actually spoke to this yesterday during his memorial. I think
we couldn't
impactful,
understand him.
Powerful memorial. Day
Powerful.
He
Oh my
talked about-
gosh, yes,
He
powerful.
talked about the passing, the anniversary, the 9th anniversary of the passing of his son.
Yeah, he always
And
talks
he
about that.
visited her as that anniversary is approaching. He visited her days before the anniversary of the passing of his
That's a
son.
good answer.
Gotcha.
And she is family.
That's a
she
good
is
answer.
married,
Family?
obviously, to his late son.
Yep.
And I think that is something also to mention as
Uh-huh.
you're asking your question to me.
So they did not talk about her testimony.
This was not about that. This was about.
Oh, you didn't say they didn't talk
the
about it,
9th
though.
anniversary.
This
of
was
the
not about
passing
that,
of his
though.
son. That is upcoming in days.
In days. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
They lie about absolutely
Wow.
everything.
That's amazing.
Doesn't affect them at all. To to lie when we know they're lying. They don't care. You don't care. You just keep doing it.
I love the fact that she couldn't get to the page in the Great Big Book of Everything quick enough. So it's like, can you say more? And then she's got to flip the page. That's a good comeback. That's awesome.
Yeah, watch that again.
That's awesome.
That's interesting. Look at this.
Why did President Biden have a private meeting with a witness who plans to testify in court against?
Okay, here we go. We got to find the page.
Can you say more?
All right, there we go.
I gotta find
President Biden
I know
is
that
a
in
key
here
government
somewhere.
witness who allegedly disposed of a gun that Hunter is accused of buying illegally. President Biden was at her house.
All right. We got it. It's agonizing. Boy, she's the worst of all time.
There's no doubt. And she's just clinging, just hanging on, making them force her to get out.
Well, and apparently they tried.
Yeah.
They tried to give it a little, put a little pressure on her.
I do kind of like her for that.
And she wouldn't.
Yeah, I do kind of like her for that. No, you know what?
It's like, you know what? Fire a black lesbian.
Yeah, you're the one
woman.
You're
Go
the one
ahead.
that hired me because I checked all the boxes. Go ahead, be the one that fires me. I kind of like her for that.
That would be devastating devastation. So they didn't do it.
No, they can't.
She's in it as long as she wants to be.
Yeah.
So we got that going for us. Isn't it fun? All right. Apparently there's a little bit of a cover-up going on with Anthony Fauci and the fabulous job that he did for so many years, working for Americans.
Thank you.
And trying to quell diseases.
Yeah.
And it's just a shame that people are going after him the way they are. Isn't it?
It is.
It's just a rotten shame.
Keith.
Right? Right?
Sorry. Guilty.
One of the biggest offenders right there.
No kidding.
I represent science.
Right, exactly. And people are trying to bring science down by bringing him down.
He's also a saint.
He's a saint right there.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Got the candle and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Dr. St. Anthony Fauci. Well, yesterday, Donald Trump talked about him as well.
Here at the Libertarian Party National Convention, they had one of their, I believe this one of their presidential nominees said he wants to see Fauci, the heads of Moderna, Pfizer, Biden, and you locked up for what happened during COVID. I don't agree with them, but there is a big sentiment. Elon Musk tweeted, prosecute Fauci. Fauci lied to Congress about the gain-of-function research that was going on.
Yes, he did.
And now we have testimony
Well, I'm the one that stopped the funding, and this was funding from before me.
Okay,
I'm the one that stopped the funding. Fauci wasn't a big player in my administration like he was after I left. Biden made him the king of everything.
Why is he doing that?
That is not true.
If you take a look at that, Fauci was not the big player with me that he was.
We
And
did
in
take
fact,
a look
I
at
did
it.
things that he didn't want to do. He wanted to keep it open to
what you're
China.
saying?
I said, you got to close it to China because it was all coming out of China. It was coming out of Wuhan, which I said right at the beginning. But the other thing is,
then you went after
and
what
what
he
people
said.
don't realize, I gave.
And what's her
I
face?
believe in federalism. I gave the power to governors. Some governors did a great job. In all
Constitution does
cases,
that.
they were Republicans. And some, like in South Carolina,
Keep going.
Henry McMaster,
Man, I hate
kept
that
everything open. Kept everything open. Others didn't. The
And then you
Democrats
got
did a
mad
bad
at
job,
Governor-
very bad job.
Yeah.
But basically, I gave that power over the states. I gave it to the governor. I gave it back to the states. And I think it's something which, when people realize that, it's something that they respect.
Wow. That's a tough one for him.
A lot there.
That's a tough one.
Because he can't.
Right.
He can't say that he can't be the one that says, no, I didn't do it. Because he believes he has to be I'm
So
the guy.
in the same answer, he says that I was in charge, and then he says later in the answer
he turned it over to the states.
Turned it over to the states. So
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I mean, we know
it's
that
a hard
Fauci
one for him.
and what's her face? The
Hard one.
Burks.
Yeah,
Deborah
Burks.
Burks.
They were the one in his ear.
They were the ones out.
They were
front.
the one.
Yeah.
I mean, he's between a rock and a hard place on COVID-19 and the
just own it.
The vaccine. Yeah, you're gonna
Just
have to
own
decide
it.
what's your stance on that now. You know, was it a good thing or a bad thing? Were the mandates good or bad? Because to us, to virtually all Republicans, they were bad, really bad. Fauci, very bad, and very involved, by the way, in everything. All right, we will chew the fat with Jeffy next.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. Caffeinated Texan tweets, Robert De Niro isn't much of an actor without rehearsal, or a director, or a film editor. Let's be frank, in Pennsylvania, we have bad actors, both on screen and in office. That's for sure. Flensburg, I no longer can separate the art from the artist. It pains me.
It's tough.
So many great actors and actresses are complete lunatics.
I know.
It's true.
It's tough, man.
It makes it tough to watch their movies, their TV shows, because you're thinking in the background, I can't stand this person.
I know. I got so many shows my wife will be watching, and I sit down and, shut up! Shut up!
Yeah,
so
just watch the show.
Yeah, just watch the show.
From Mama Edge, Pat, it's weather modification. They're making this stuff happen for their agenda.
We're going to be talking about that in Chewing, as a matter of fact. Yes, we are.
Okay, good. Dirty Meal 94. Is fire and brimstone part of global warming? Asking for a friend. That's how they'll explain it away. Tell you that. They've got the explanations for all of these signs and wonders that will be happening. And they'll explain it all away.
That's for sure.
All right. Let's go to Chewing the Fat with Jeffy. Wait, what? Nice.
I mean, that's really uplifting. And I'm coming off a sad day yesterday.
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
It was the anniversary of Harambe's death.
Oh, no. Harambe the ape? Or gorilla? Whatever?
It was a gorilla. Okay.
All right. There he is. Oh, wow. We lost him.
He died at 17. Rest in peace. Harambe. I love the Wikipedia page. Cause of death, gunshot wound. A kid crawled in there, and Harambe was looking
trying
like he
to
was
protect them.
Well, I know, but the Cincinnati Zoo was like, no.
And couldn't they trank him?
Yes.
Why they take such drastic measures?
Put him down.
Back to blue.
Yep.
I
don't think it was the blue that did that.
Zoo.
Back to zoo.
Unless the zookeepers are dressed in blue.
Yeah,
that's possible.
Because the zookeepers are like, now we got to put him down. I think the zookeepers just didn't like Harambe.
Yeah, they had a grudge against him.
Yeah.
Somebody was like,
and so we got to put him down. And as soon as he had the kid between his legs, one shot, Harambe goes down.
Man.
Yeah, I know. So rest in peace.
Yeah.
Harambe. Something to look forward to. Apple is adding, or they claim to be, adding new emojis to its devices this year. I'm sure you'll be excited about that for your new Apple emojis for the iOS 18 update, based on changes by the Unicode Consortium, which, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Unicode Consortium. The new emojis include a face with bags under the eyes, a fingerprint, leafless tree, a root vegetable, a harp.
Oh, you need the harp.
A shovel, and a splatter. So it's not coming right away. Don't get your hopes up, though, because part of Unicode 16 beta preview, it may be released July 2nd. So you got a little bit of time before you get to you get to that. I know. I know. Really wanted that shovel. Okay, climate change. Coming to a city near you soon. Brightening clouds is one of several ideas to push solar energy back into space, a concept sometimes called solar radiation modification, solar geoengineering, or climate intervention. The idea is built on a specific concept called the Twomey effect. So large numbers of small droplets reflect more sunlight than small numbers of large droplets. So spraying vast quantities of these minuscule aerosols into the sky, forming small droplets, could change the reflective properties of the clouds. That's the plan. Now, in the beginning of April, Scientists from the University of Washington began testing a device that sprays these tiny sea salt particles into the air. You saw the picture there on the screen. That's in Alameda, California, on a decommissioned aircraft carrier. And they just wanted to see if the machine propelled a mist of suitable size. And, for future versions, they say, would be used to spray the particles into clouds. 2 weeks after the test, Alameda officials were like, why don't we stop that and let's have a report on whether this causes any health risk or environmental risks. And the commission would like a report on that. Now, this is going to come as a big shock to you. Mm-hmm. The experiment does not generate a measurable health risk to the surrounding community. Pose a risk to wildlife is fine, very low.
Okay.
So
good.
They looked into it, and that's the report.
Okay.
So the chemical components of the saltwater solution, it's just like seawater being sprayed. Don't worry about it. Also, one of the largest sources of natural aerosols in the atmosphere comes from seawater. So the director of the Marine Cloud Brightening Program at the University of Washington welcomed the report. Of course, we have a high standard of care for the local people and the environment, and we appreciate their findings. And by the way, it supports our own evaluation. Funny how that happened. So compared with other options, such as injecting aerosols into the stratosphere, marine cloud brightening could be localized and use a relatively benign sea salt aerosols in place of other chemicals. So what could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?
Government they never do anything to change the weather.
No, they're always very careful.
Now there's some crazy. There are some crazy researchers that say the potential side effects still need to be studied.
Oh, what nutballs!
How about you shut up?
Yeah, why don't you shut up?
Wow. There's also some.
How about we shout you down? What, you don't care about climate change? Are you a climate denier? Is that what you are?
Thank you. There's also environmentalists that said, if they start doing this could thwart the deeper changes required to address climate change.
Shut up.
If people believe that global warming could be addressed by artificially cooling the planet, the momentum could slow toward renewable energy.
We don't want that.
Changes.
We don't want that.
Don't want that.
And I've invested. Here's the rest of that sentence. And I've invested heavily in those solutions.
Yes.
So
Alameda, why don't you shut up?
Yeah.
And when you meet next week, you just give it the rubber stamp.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Give it the rubber stamp. Mm-hmm. Today's sponsor for Chewing the Fat, Kexi Cookies.
Yeah!
Simply the best cookie on the planet. Get your Father's Day orders in right now.
Yes,
Unwrap
please.
the ultimate Father's Day surprise with our cookie box designed like a big, bold newspaper because Dad's stories are always front page material.
Oh, isn't that adorable? That's adorable.
Inside, you get s'mores, maple bacon, the plumber, kitchen sink, raspberry lemonade, chocolate chip, and peanut butter.
Oh, man. So delicious.
Kexi Cookies. Kexi.com. KEKSI.com.
I have a question.
You'll love them.
Have you announced the new cookies yet?
He just did. What do you mean?
What are the flavors? I don't understand none of that.
In this box,
the Father's Day box. You get the s'mores, maple bacon, the plumber, which is, I guess, the kitchen sink, raspberry lemonade, chocolate chip, and peanut butter.
What's the plumber?
So get your orders in now.
It's a certain type of cookie.
It's got everything in it. It's the kitchen sink.
In it.
If you put everything into it, it's called the kitchen sink.
Right.
Glenn calls it the bathtub. Pat calls it the kitchen sink. It's a kitchen.
No, this has nothing to do with bathtubs.
Cookie.
I promise, kids.
It's a kitchen
no
sink
bathtub
cookie.
was used in the making of these cookies.
No, it's a kitchen sink cookie.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. MrBeast. The new game show,
that's
a
a big
reality
one.
show, is fascinating. He announced a new game show that is a $5 million giveaway. I think maybe we mentioned this before. It's the largest game show ever in history that he's talking about. Participants must be 18 and have a valid passport through April 25th. It must be available late June to September 24. You can submit a 1-minute video introducing yourself and stating why you want the prize money because it's a $5 million giveaway. I watched the latest that he posted on X. It's a game show, reality show, mini movie, all wrapped up in one. It's like 26 minutes and 10-second video. And, let him tell you what it is.
Okay.
I built a massive isolation chamber. And we're gonna see if these two strangers can survive in this chamber for the next 100 days. They have never met each other, ever. Bailey, this is Susie. Susie, this is Bailey.
Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Bailey.
nice to meet you.
If the two of you can survive the next 100 days in here, I will give you the $500,000 inside of this vault. But if one of you leaves before the 100 days is up, you both get nothing. All right,
wow.
I think you guys understand the rules. Have fun.
Okay, bye.
This is gonna be crazy.
It was a fun watch. It was a fun.
Oh, you've
watch.
already seen it?
Yeah. He posted. Yeah, he posted the whole show. That's just the beginning of the show. And
I thought it was 5 million.
The 5 million is the
different
new show.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the new show that's being promoted.
still 500,000 for 100 days. That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good bet.
That's only 250,000 apiece.
Do you have that right now?
Do you have that right now?
No, I do
No,
not.
he doesn't.
No, I
he
do
doesn't.
not.
So
And-
You counting up your
and
money?
if would you like me to spoil the outcome of this video for you?
Yes.
I would like to.
Yes,
but,
please.
But I
Yes,
think most
do it.
people don't
Come
want
on.
you to.
Come on.
Well,
I
will say this:
Mm-hmm.
they don't walk away with 250,000 each.
Okay.
Just leave it there.
All right.
I'll leave it there.
So that could mean they each got 500,000, or it might mean
They walked
neither
out
of them
with
got
nothing.
anything.
Yeah.
Or it could be, and he
There
does
are
this all the
different
time.
challenges along the way
Yeah.
that could affect
watch the
things.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of times he ups the ante during the game. If you ever watched MrBeast, this guy gives away so much money.
Unbelievable.
It's incredible.
Unbelievable.
I've never seen anything like it.
I know.
I mean, he'll give away $10,000 like it was a dime.
Well, it is.
Well,
to him, I guess it is.
He gave out 25 Teslas and one Cybertruck because it was his birthday.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Because it was his
Incredible.
birthday.
Yeah, that's nice.
I know.
That's nice. He gives away homes.
Yeah.
I mean, really nice houses. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes millions. I mean, crazy. It's
Beast.
crazy.
Chewing the fat at theblaze.com. Reach out.
No, you apply. It's the other way around. You apply to him.
No, you can just get a hold of me.
I was really curious about his Feastables, too. You know, that he talks about.
Yeah.
The chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Actually, really good. Delicious. You know, he talks about how it's better than Hershey's.
Yeah.
And it is.
But
At least
you don't
I thought
like
so.
Hershey's anyway.
Nah, I'm not
You're not a Hershey fan anyway. Yeah, I know.
That's
He did
true.
a blind test with Gordon Ramsay about his burgers.
Oh, he did?
Ramsay liked the burgers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know he had burgers, too.
Oh yeah, he has a ghost
This guy
kitchens.
has
There's one right here in
taken over the planet,
Alliance.
hasn't he?
He has taken over the world. There's no question about that. It is a MrBeast and Taylor Swift world.
Yeah,
Oh, we
right.
should do an overtime.
Right.
Doing the MrBeast's
We should.
burgers.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'd love that.
No,
Okay.
Yes.
no, don't
Ow,
bring
ow.
in
Okay,
food for
let's
us
do
to
it
eat.
today.
Stop it.
All right. Oh, I got to tell you first.
okay.
Let me tell you about fruits and vegetables in your diet. Balance of Nature is a great way to get fruits and vegetables. None of us, virtually none of us, get the recommended daily allowance of. I think it's 3 servings of fruits and 3 servings of vegetables. Who does that?
I mean, I come close.
Do you?
come
Do
close.
ya? I don't think candy is.
An orange flavored candy?
No,
it doesn't
it's not.
count?
Mm-mm,
Well,
doesn't
then I don't
count.
come as close
Skittles
as I thought.
does not count.
Does not count. So instead, try these from Balance of Nature. This comes with like 31 different kinds of produce in it. And man, they haven't raised their prices in over 10 years. I mean, incredible. Their proprietary blend of 31 fruits and vegetables come in these easy-to-swallow capsules. They're going to give your body so much of the nourishment that you need. Please do this for your body. Your body's going to thank you. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be healthier. So go to balanceofnature.com and you'll get 35% off plus $10 off any additional sets with your first order as a preferred customer. Just use my discount code, Pat. That's limited to 5 sets, but you'll save a ton of money while getting the fruits and vegetables you need in your diet. Go to balanceofnature.com, promo code PAT for 35% off.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome back to Pat Unleashed. This is Chewing the Fat. Reminder to please subscribe to my daily show, Chewing the Fat, available wherever you listen to your podcast. Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. Subscribe and enjoy. We're up against the clock, so we'll just say NASA, Boeing, the Boeing rocket, targets a Saturday launch. June 1st, first day of hurricane season. They're looking to finally launch that rocket. It's the first crewed flight of Boeing Starliner spacecraft to the International Space Station. NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams will be the first to launch aboard Boeing Starliner spacecraft. Yeah.
Are they confident in this? I mean, you've got two incompetent entities teaming up here.
True.
NASA and Boeing.
They had the failure the first part of May. Right. And then as they were checking after the failure, they said, ooh, we found a couple of the leaks that we had to take care of and take a look at. And so now they're claiming that everything's all good.
Okay. I mean, look, it's the government and Boeing.
Everything's all good. And so we are looking for the June 1st, Saturday launch.
Oh, boy.
We have another window if it doesn't happen. If it's cloudy, we can go Sunday. If it's cloudy on Sunday, we can go Wednesday.
Okay.
If it's cloudy on Wednesday, we can go on Thursday. After that, sorry, we're going to shut her down.
We're done.
Yeah, we're going to shut her down. So we'll see. Wow. They're supposed to go to the space station and then supposed to come back a week later with a parachute and airbag-assisted landing in the southwestern United States. So that'll be interesting. I don't know, the southwestern United States, heads up if that thing is coming down. I'm sure they'll hit the mark. Sure that they'll hit the mark. Did you see the National Collegiate Athletic Association, the NCAA? I never say the whole full name. And the 5 power conferences, collectively representing more than 60 schools, agreed to a $2.8 billion class action settlement, paving the way for universities to directly pay college athletes for the first time.
The colleges are going to be able now, they don't have to, but they can pay their athletes a total of, not per athlete, but a total of $20 million a year.
Correct. That's the revenue sharing program for $20 million
a year.
Now, it also resolves claims missed back pay for current and former college athletes dating back to 2016. I'd like to say,
holy cow.
I don't think that goes back far enough. 2016. Just off the top of my head.
What would you recommend?
I don't know. I mean, we could go maybe 2010.
2010, that's a weird...
you know what? Just off the top of my head, maybe we go to 2008.
Okay.
Something like that.
What is so significant about that year?
Why did you
I don't know.
select those?
This seems like a good year.
Okay.
Seems like a good year.
Interesting, because one's 14 years ago, the other's 18 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just go back to 2007. You know what? 2007's a good year.
Is it?
Yeah, 2000. Let's just start there.
Like, is there an event that happened in 2007?
Well, about that time, 2007, 2008. Oh, coincidentally, that's when my son started playing Division I
that's
football.
ironic.
But again, that's just a coincidence, right?
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
With some tweets, the deplorable Mr. Jackwagon. I remember when I was just a wee lad sitting on my grandpa's knee watching the daily COVID briefs at 5 p.m. with Trump, Fauci, and Birx. Fauci had a big part in those briefings.
Darn right.
But that was so long ago. That's right. We've all forgotten those days.
I mean, honestly, we talked about it, even off the air. I don't know what he's thinking.
I
don't understand it.
He should leave it alone. Or, even better, come out and just say, yep, you know what? I screwed up on that. Okay?
Yeah.
It will not happen again.
Right.
I learned an important lesson. I should not have listened to Anthony Fauci.
My friends,
I took bad advice.
My family, my supporters all know I go with my gut, and I didn't.
I didn't that time. And I promise I learned I'm not going to let that happen again.
It would be so
my gosh,
unexpected
that would be great
and out of character for him to admit that he made a mistake and trusted the wrong people. That I think it would go a long way with independent voters.
Long way. Yeah.
Long way.
Skip Logic tweets correct. The Donald is attempting to revise history. High Plains Stranger, Harambe's death was a setup. He knew too much about the Vegas shooting.
Okay.
All right. Would that surprise anybody?
Not
really.
in
the least. Banana Bonanza could have sworn aerosols in the atmosphere were why we were supposed to stop using hairspray. I know. I know. I think about that every time they bring that up. Mm-hmm. I thought aerosol, didn't they cause the hole in the ozone?
They sure did.
Yeah, but see, you're not the government, so you're not allowed to do that. But they are.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay. I got it.
I can't have cold AC in my car because of aerosols.
I know. Yeah. Now from Padalack Head. That's so great. That of course stems from the magnificent Joe Biden, who said,
after I signed the
Okay, now I'm serious. Since we don't know the exact contents of the kitchen sink cookie from Kexi, I'm wondering if it has kale in it. No. I promise you. I swear on all that is holy, it does not contain kale. So you needn't worry about that.
Still kitchen sink.
Still a lot of stuff in it. But I think, good things. Like chocolate and gooey things.
Butter.
Deliciousness. Butter. Yes, there will be some butter in it. Yeah. If you're allergic to butter, you don't want a Kexi cookie.
Oh.
But I don't know anybody who's allergic to butter. Is there a better substance on the planet than butter?
I don't know.
Maybe sugar. Maybe the two are tied. But we were talking about the fact that, and we didn't spend enough time with this, the NCAA and what's happening with college athletics. Everything changes next year because all these rules kick in next year, where universities can now pay $20 million a year directly to their athletes. There's going to be no such thing as amateur sports anymore.
No, it's done. It's done.
It's over. It's crazy.
And there's no rules right now. I mean, like the rules with NIL are so that I think we may have even talked about this. I don't know if we talked about it on the air or off the air, but with the
NIL is name, image, and likeness. So, like if an athlete lends their name or their image to a product, they can get paid for that.
Correct. And that's supposed to not be from boosters. Boosters aren't supposed to...
It's supposed to not be from the school.
Well, yes, but the boosters aren't supposed to come in and recruit for that.
Yes, well...
And no one ever says, hey, don't, you guys, you're in trouble
very little
for doing
oversight.
That. Very little.
Yeah.
Same with the transfer portal. Mm-hmm. There was no oversight. The portal was
because it's supposed to be against the rules for you to lure somebody into the transfer portal with a promise of money.
Correct.
Once they get into the transfer portal, then you can tell them, hey, yeah, we'll pay you this amount of money if you come here. But you're not supposed to recruit them that way.
Correct.
Into the transfer portal. But we all know what's going on.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows what's happening
and
right now.
We got the lawsuit from that guy from Florida who's going to Georgia now that's suing Florida for not following through because he was supposed to. He claimed that Miami was going to give him $8 million.
This is a quarterback, right?
Florida said we'll give you $9 million or something, and then they never came through with any of it with us and a bonus, like a $500,000 bonus. They never came through with it, so now he's going to play in Georgia, and he's going to sue Florida.
It's amazing what's happening right now,
and now with this.
Now with this
deal,
it's coming directly from the university.
Right.
So they think this is the first step in correcting all the problems they created for themselves. But I think it might be the final nail in the coffin of college sports. I don't know.
Well, the way we've come to know it most definitely is.
It is.
Yeah.
That part is over. It's done. You might as well not cry about it because it's gone.
It's over completely.
They're also apparently going to eliminate the limit on scholarships. For instance, in football, you can have team-wide, you can have 85,
right? Yeah.
85 scholarships. I think that they're going to boost that to 100, but then you can only have 100 on the team. So it used to be, right now, it's that you can have 120. So they're eliminating 20 people from the team. And there will be no more walk-ons. Everybody's going to be under scholarship.
Which is
weird. I mean, it's going to hurt the little guys who start with... paying their own way, and then become stars.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens all the time.
And then get
it's happened a lot at BYU. And I know it's happened at other places,
too.
Sure
has.
So some of these guys have gone on to become superstars in the NFL.
In Missouri, the big running back did the very same thing.
Really?
Came from the small college.
Is he in the NFL now?
I don't know if he was drafted or not. I don't remember if he was drafted or not, but he will be. I mean, he'll at least get some tryouts and, at least free agent free agent money.
Just an idea of how much things have changed. The big rumor right now, BYU just got a huge recruit in basketball. This kid from Russia, he's supposed to be the #1 international player in the world. And he just signed to come play for BYU this year. He's like a one-and-done guy. You know, they have to play in college for a year before they can go to the NBA. So next year, he'll be a lottery pick, they say, in the NBA. The rumor is that he's getting $2 million in NIL money. $2 million. Kid has not shot a single basket in college basketball. He's 18 years old, and he's already been promised $2 million a year. Wow. So that's how much things have already changed.
Yeah.
Now it's going to come directly from the schools. So I don't know how the small schools are going to compete. You know, if you're at, Sacramento State, how are you going to pay $20 million a year to your athletes?
I don't know.
You're not. You're just not.
And even some of the larger schools above.
If you're
Sacramento
at Colorado State, what are you going to do then? Are you going to Wyoming? All of those schools.
UCF, all those USF.
Well, UCF's in the Big 12 now, so
I know, but
it's going to be tough for
some of those markets are
the
not
non-Power 4 football schools and Power 5 in basketball. They're not going to be able to afford this.
They can't.
I don't know how it's going to happen. So again, they've just wrecked it. They just destroyed college athletics.
You make the case, I guess, if you sit down at a table with a young football player that's not a superstar in high school, and you make the case that, hey, you know, if you go to Georgia, you're not going to play, and you're not going to get the NIL money that you think because you're not going to play. So you come here, you play for us, and you get this amount of money, NIL-wise, and this is where you can shine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to have to be your case.
Do these student athletes still take classes? Is that what we do in college?
Yeah, but for now, I mean...
Yeah, with this deal,
I'll bet they're going to change it.
They're going to have to.
I'll bet they're going to change it.
That was the whole point behind getting the scholarship and having that scholarship money is because you're getting an education.
Yeah.
They're paying
and that
for
was
your
the big
education.
thing from the colleges.
Yeah. And it was worth it. I mean, it was worth it.
Yeah.
For you to fail in college athletics, to not get a degree, that's on you.
Right.
They give you every opportunity. They gave you everything you needed to succeed. Everything. And so I don't know how long that will continue.
It's going to be interesting.
That's a mistake. But
so this is really the last year, and really they've already screwed up the last year with the NIL situation. So
the portal, the whole thing was just portal. It's been a nightmare. Been a nightmare. So it's going to continue.
I mean, everybody in college now is a free agent.
Oh yeah,
and they can switch at any time. They've got no restrictions anymore. It's just amazing. All right, so we were talking about Donald Trump and his reluctance, his refusal to accept any responsibility on the pandemic situation, on the vaccine situation. It's kind of weird for him because I think everybody was on board at first with getting the vaccine,
absolutely.
Right? And then the vaccine came out, and we're like, well, you're not going to force it on me. I don't know what's in that. What is this mRNA stuff?
I mean, it was just like the 15 days to flatten the curve. We were all pretty much in on that.
Yeah,
I
let's
know
do
there
15
were many
days.
that somewhere are, but
right.
For the most part, we all said, okay, 15 days, we can do 15 days.
But when 15 days turned into 150,
right,
then it was a problem. But it still apparently isn't for Donald Trump.
That's weird.
And he's trying to stick to it. And most of us on the right are not big fans of Anthony Fauci. So...
Well, he didn't play a big deal.
No, it wasn't.
He didn't play a big deal.
No, that was all.
I didn't.
Well, wait, then it was all you that was insisting that we... No, he turned that over to the states.
Right.
Is his thing now. I don't know. Jeez. Okay. So I don't know where he's going to go with that. And then the other thing on Donald Trump is that the jury begins their deliberations today.
Yeah, they get the judge's orders today.
In his big trial.
Which I'm sure will be a nightmare in and of itself.
And yesterday, Robert Niro was just outside the court and belittling Donald Trump yelling at his supporters. I mean, this guy.
Oh, he's just a nightmare.
Oh my gosh. 80 years old. He has a 1-year-old or something?
Yeah, he's got a new baby
2-year-old?
from his baby mama that he's had.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
So when the baby's in high school, he'll be like 103 or something. That'll be good.
So
that'll be good. No, it's great. That's great.
I feel like you say that like it's not.
No, it is. It's great. You want to be like a great grandfather to your children. You do, and that way you're really mobile. And you can get down on the floor and play with them, take them out to the ballpark.
But see, that's the thing. There was one interview that he did where he was like, well, the good thing is for me now is that I'm at a point where I don't have to do all that. I don't have to do all that stuff.
Oh, he doesn't have to play with the kids?
He can have the kid when he wants.
Okay.
And then hand it off to the do people.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's great.
I'm willing to have a bunch more kids too if I had a bunch of more of the do people.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
As long as you got do people.
Yeah,
I love that.
Okay.
I'm a fan of do people.
Then what is this LP nominee on
this is
the
a Libertarian Party nominee?
Libertarian Party.
Yeah, so this is the individual that that party chose as their standard bearer. He's actually being interviewed here. I think this is an older clip, but it's making the rounds here in light of what the Libertarian Party decided.
Oh, yeah, we mentioned yesterday that he's a fan of the Drag Queen Story
Yeah, and
Hour.
he's being interviewed by Austin Peterson, who the Libertarian Party had an opportunity to nominate quite a while back.
But didn't.
Did not.
And he's actually, if I remember right, an actual libertarian, right?
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean,
instead of the socialists and communists they keep
around. That was the Gary Johnson
Did we
year.
meet him? Yeah.
We did meet him.
He came up here. He was
Yes,
great.
we did.
He was great. And I stand corrected. I was educated by the Patheads yesterday, Chris. You're right. Your Gary Johnson vote made much more sense than my Evan McMullen vote. So
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But anyway, so here is the Chase Oliver guy being interviewed on the drag queen stuff.
Okay, good.
Why do you think that the drag queens want to read to children?
Because I think that they
question.
are performance artists and they want to be able to have different levels of performance art. It's the same reason as why do the Wiggles sing to children? Because they want to have a marketplace to kids.
Chase,
they want to be able to. They want to be
the
able
Wiggles,
to.
The Wiggles is made for children. It's obviously family friendly.
Yeah,
it's not sexual
material.
in nature.
No, it is not.
Drag queens are not what you call family friendly kind of entertainment.
Okay,
thank you.
But a man in a dress is what drag is, right? Let's just be real. A man in a dress or a woman in a suit is what drag is. That is not inherently sexual. There is inherently sexual drag. And you're not going to convince me. I mean, I'm not going to defend otherwise. There absolutely is.
Right.
But there's also the ability to perform as a man in a wig without being sexual. And that is what this is.
Yes, but that's not what we're seeing.
No, like I said, I went for myself because I was like, why are there people protesting this thing? I want to see what this drag queen story time is myself, and I want to see what it is. And nothing sexual was going on. And I think that is the truth for 99% of this. And I think
would you take your kids to a drag queen story hour?
Oh, he absolutely would.
Or would you drop them off at a drag queen story hour and
I don't think that's what happens. Most of the time, the parents are right there with the kids. But,
but I'm asking you, would you drop your kids off at a drag queen story hour and come back an hour later?
I mean, would you drop your kids off at a movie? Yeah.
What? What? So congratulations, the Libertarian Party. There's your guy.
Yeah,
Chase
he's
Oliver.
Good. He's really good.
Would you drop your kids off at a movie? Oh, gosh, I can't.
It's incredible.
It is.
It's incredible.
Every 4 years. This is to Trump's point. Enjoy your 3%.
Yeah. Really true. All right, let me tell you about Eden Pure. They're having their big BOGO sale on thunderstorm air purifiers. When you buy one, you get one free.
Nice.
No matter how many you buy, you get an equal amount free. Buy two, get two free. Buy five, get five free. See how that works?
Wow.
The thunderstorm will completely eliminate any odor, even the worst odors like pet odors, cigarette smoke, urine, cookie odors. If Jeffy comes over to your house, he'll get rid of that.
There you go.
The O3 molecules. Seek out and destroy those odors.
Let me ask you a question. With this BOGO sale, does this include the filters?
No.
Do I buy one, get one with the filters?
Because you don't need the filters. There aren't any.
Oh,
there
my
are
gosh.
no filters in this little unit. Isn't that incredible? You just pull out the plug, stick it in the wall, and turn it on.
I will say
and
it's
then it works. It's beautiful.
I lost my keys last week up here. Jeffy found them, and he told me he was going to bring them to me because he's such a nice guy. I appreciated the heads up because then I was able to plug in my Eden Pure before he came over.
Oh, yeah.
Took care of any preemptive. I love you.
It's good.
Thank
It's
you,
always
Jeffy.
good to
Great.
know.
I mean, he found your keys, and he still gets that treatment.
Right?
Amazing.
I love the guy.
His keys, by the way, were in the garbage.
Yeah.
And Jeffy found them.
Yeah.
Because he roots through the garbage for something to eat every day before he leaves.
Single
I was leaving
time.
that part out.
Every single time.
I mean, all I know is there was a Panera bag in there. I figured there might be something worth it.
So anyway, go to EdenPureDeals.com. Use the discount code PAT. It's actually Pat Bogo. PATBOGO. Pat Bogo. That's EdenPureDeals.com. Discount code Pat Bogo.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. Trucker Dude 89 tweets, too bad there isn't a butter-scented candle.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure there probably is somewhere.
Multi-million-dollar idea.
I wonder. Gender McGenderface, if these universities can afford to pay their athletes $20 million, then why do I have to subsidize them with my tax dollars? Really good question. An excellent question. Megasoda Mikey. Is Jeffy's son going to get reparations for playing college football?
Not unless they change the dates.
Yeah, they need to. We need to go back a ways.
That's my point.
Mm-hmm. Frank Johnson's alter ego. So, a free ride through college and the opportunity to get to the NFL wasn't enough?
Nope, it was not.
Sure wasn't.
It was not. And my other point to that was that they were paying. If you were at a league football team, if you lived off campus, you got money too to live.
Yeah.
After your first year. So the SEC paid more than the Big 12 at that time, but that's why those players all live in the same house and stuff, because they all get money to live off campus. So you get to eat on campus, you get your meal, a meal a day, you get to work out, you do your training, and then you go back to your house and you have cash in your pocket. It's a good life.
Yeah.
It's a good life.
Getting better, though.
It's a good. It is getting a lot better. And it's very disappointing that they only go back to 2016. I mean, that's kind of
very
ridiculous.
Disappointing. Yeah,
it's kind of ridiculous.
What was the year you had in mind?
Just off the top of my head, you know what? I'm willing to compromise and go to 2010, but really, it should be probably back to 07, 08.
Okay, just random.
Just
number you're pulling out of your rectal cavity. Okay, Frank and Penn. Do Olympic athletes still have to be unpaid? Oh, no, not for some time now.
No, yeah.
Thus, the Dream Team in 92, millionaire basketball players who competed in the Olympics, and they have ever since. But yeah, the Olympics stopped being amateur a long time ago. Never started really for Russia and China.
Wow.
They paid their athletes all along, and everybody knew it. And it was just, okay, we'll continue to throw amateurs at their professionals.
Yeah, that was the argument, yeah.
And then we finally decided, you know what? We're tired of that. Okay, well, if they're going to pay their athletes, so are we. So we're going to do this.
That's when we brought in the high-priced fencers right then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've got some incredibly skilled fencers
yes, we do.
On our fencing team.
I mean, they're cheating
Don't mess
just
with them.
to get to the Olympics.
Don't mess with our USA fencers. So Walmart has gone woke now, too?
Oh, boy.
Along with everybody else?
Yeah, if you haven't seen this commercial,
oh, boy.
Buckle up.
All right, here we go.
Pride Always, I feel like, is not just a slogan. It's that sense of community at the end of the day.
I'm really, really grateful to Walmart for giving me this opportunity to spread a little bit of happiness.
While I was creating my collection, it was important to me for it to be positive and uplifting.
Okay.
Choosing a favorite piece is sort of like choosing a favorite child. Feels a little unfair.
I think Queer and Eerie, which is the skulls with the rainbows, that's my favorite.
It's the You Matter journal. The self-reflection is important to be able to write into paper.
The fanny pack that says I heart gay people.
The pink apron. I'm very excited to use it with my kids in my kitchen.
Just hawking products.
Toad's gay just really tickles me. I love a pun.
It's a picnic
blanket. Yeah.
I think the pool floaty is what got me.
The pool float. It's so good.
I was like, what?
I'm amazed at the artistic talent that I'm surrounded by. I think it's all really exciting to be a part of.
Yes. That's great.
They're hawking products for
Right, that's
Pride
all they're
Month.
doing. That's it.
For Pride Month.
Right, for Pride Month.
Big deal.
Did you see, by the way, Florida is not going to participate in Pride Month, lighting up their bridges with rainbow colors? DeSantis said, we're not doing that.
#hate.
And people are all pissed off about it. Look, why should we all be expected to celebrate somebody else's different sexual preferences? Why do I have to? Why is that on me that I have to celebrate that with you? And for an entire month?
Right. I think that's the issue.
Why? Or why do I have to celebrate their gender confusion? Wow. If you want to celebrate those characteristics, go ahead. But stop slamming it in my face. I don't have to. As soon as I start demanding you celebrate the fact that I'm hetero, not just for an hour or a day or a week, but a full month, by the way. And then
you have 11 other months.
And then I force you to fly some kind of hetero flag that I'm designing, and you have to fly that at your home and your place of business and on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. And every single television show and movie specifically points out that they have to celebrate my sexual preference.
I mean, those every single movie and TV shows are really struggling to get viewers these days. So good luck. We'll see how long that lasts. I should have taken a picture.
Lasted a while.
A little separate note, but my favorite Memorial Day celebration yard. I drove by a house that had all these flags up. The U.S. flag, Texas flag, all the military flags, and the very first flag was FJB. Yeah. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Nice. When you celebrate all that,
it was right.
Then we'll celebrate your whole Pride Month.
That on a road.
All right? Yeah, right. Let's do murals for We Can't Stand Joe Biden. And by the way, I like heterosex. All right? Celebrate
This is
it.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Some common sense has prevailed in at least one case. Iowa prosecutors dropped hate crime charges against Michael Cassidy. He's the Christian veteran who tore down the satanic altar that was erected in the Iowa Capitol. Remember that around Christmas time?
Yeah. We executed him? Is it
so
done?
he does not know.
Look at that.
They
hideous.
dropped the charges against him.
Hideous.
Yeah, they went the other way this time.
Wow.
That's so horrible.
Yep.
I don't even like to look at it. That's really icky. Also,
good.
Going the opposite way, away from woke, Russell Brand just discussed his baptism.
That's been a whole month now, right?
Whole month. And here's how he feels a month in.
I've been a Christian a month now, and it's been a big change.
Pause it for a sec. By the way, there's no F in the word month. Okay? It's not month. There's no F in month. All right, start it over. I just wanted to make that clear to him. So
I've been a Christian a month now, and it's been a big change. Not that I've entirely changed as a person, of course I haven't, but I've taken on a lot of new concepts, and it changes you to accept that it's not like you're in a game show and by doing really, really good things you can get redeemed. No, repentance, to repent, means that you have to continually change and acknowledge that I am in a battle against myself, that I need to surrender myself to an ever-present, internal and accessible Jesus, that mercy is something that's given to me, been granted to me, that I live with through love, not something that I can sort of win or achieve by doing good deeds. It's brought incredible people to me, incredible literature to me. It's brought a sense of peace. And when I'm in doubt, I feel that instruction is there, accessible. I feel like I know what I'm supposed to do. And when I don't do what I'm supposed to do, that's even clearer. Like when I feel myself being selfish or inconsiderate or putting myself first or not thinking about how I can be better to other people. It's as if there is an inner illumination available to me now. I love the simplicity of the idea of God come to earth as a man to experience what it is to be human and to sacrifice himself, because that's the only sacrifice that could bring us home, that could give us the opportunity for redemption. I like the idea when I'm in prayer and in communion, just alone, that there is a figure available, wounded and coronated, available to me. In my failings and my failures and in my fallibility, there is strength to be broken, not just broken by life in the sense of life is wearying and exhausting, but to be broken in the same way that you have to train an animal to behave itself, to be broken into better conduct. It's a beautiful journey to go on. I know I'm just at the beginning. I know I'm just learning. I know there's so much more to learn, and I'm so excited to learn more from you and for us to learn together. Let me know where your journey's taking you. Can you remember your first month as a Christian? And let me know if, since I've been talking about this publicly, it's made you think about Christianity differently. We're having lots of conversations about this stuff, and I'm so grateful to be having them with you. Stay free.
Stay free. You feel better now?
I do.
Jeffy? He's a better person.
No,
you're not.
It's his first month.
That's great, though. I mean,
That's
that's
awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's great.
What was your scripture reading this morning, Jeffy? What was the
Obviously, he skipped it because he
subject
was not
matter?
feeling it today.
Not feeling it.
Yeah, I lost my Wi-Fi feed.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You don't have like
Readings.
a hard copy of the
not
scriptures?
Not on my
with-
auto.
Oh, I
not
see.
on my automobile.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's
So-
you know what? Hold on. That actually made me think of Chris. I actually want to ask you this. How do you feel about in church people looking at electronic devices as opposed to an actual book, the Bible, when it comes to like scripture reading time?
Oh, I do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I figured you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I just
Me
wondered.
too. Yeah. I don't carry. Very few people actually carry around a copy
No,
of the
I
scriptures.
do have a copy of the scriptures where I take my notes, but most of it is.
I think I'd be
my
too
phone.
distracted to go check Twitter if it was on that device.
Oh, that's. I put that on the side.
Yeah.
Disable everything.
Disable it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The choir's walking in. I got a tweet.
There's a whole lot here.
Just do what's trending.
All right. So I guess somebody solved the MH370 mystery.
Sure they did.
They found
Sure they
the
did.
missing plane.
Isn't
This
it
is great.
interesting? This has been missing for over 10 years. Ashton Forbes, who we've had on this program, is making a lot of headway with new
Yes, he is.
information constantly.
Yes, he
He's getting
is.
a lot of traction. He's been getting more interviews, and all of a sudden, some guy's like, "Oh, look what I found on the Google Maps thing in Cambodia." I mean, do we have the picture? Can we please put it up? Whoa, look at that plane. Look at that. There's a plane.
Right there. There it is. There it is.
Because you will.
That's clearly MH370.
Right. So
Clearly. Come on. That's just dumb. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. And so when they've enhanced this, they've shown how, look, it's about the length of a plane, but no, there it is right there. You saw it? You saw it? Because when you go look for that image, it looks like a plane.
Yeah.
And then you realize that they have completely altered it to look like a plane because it's relatively the same size.
Those
so
damn Cambodians
are hiding the plane. Yeah.
Right
so
there.
what's your theory here?
My theory?
That's not a plane.
That it's not a plane. I mean,
No, you're saying that they're doing this because Ashton is getting too close, so they're trying to.
Yeah, like I want to know the background on this guy that discovered it here lately on Google Maps. Give me
After
some
all this
information on
time.
him. Yeah, give me some info
Come
on this guy.
It went down. It vanished in 2014, right? So, and supposedly it went down over the ocean, not in Cambodia. So it doesn't even make sense that they would find it there.
And I don't know that this is, I mean, you're obviously making the case that we're getting too close to the government has done this. It could be just a guy knowing that Ashton's getting all this press. This is a way for him to get some press.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, we may never know, right?
Right.
The reality of this. We just might not ever know. Also, we've got this refugee in France. Oh, this is a wonderful,
oh gosh,
wonderful video
this
here.
This is heinous. Keep your kids away from this video.
This is
you're actually going to show
really
this?
disgusting. I don't know.
Censored it. You can't
Jeffy,
see anything.
Hold on, that's like the canary in the coal mine. When Jeffy goes, "You're actually going to show
let's
this?"
stop for just a second because
explain what this is.
I would personally. I say show it all. Show the whole thing. No, I don't want to blur out anything, nothing. But that's what on this show, in this particular network, you're actually going to show this thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
This homeless person or immigrant, migrant, decided that he needed to relieve himself.
Do you want to just describe it? Do you want to, because we could
maybe
describe it.
There's a woman sitting with her on a park bench
in France,
and somebody comes up behind her. A refugee, an immigrant.
Oh, a cultural
in
enricher.
France. Yes. Somebody who's got obviously a superior culture that they're coming from.
Right.
And they're trying to bring some of that superior culture to France, to the Western civilization.
And it's working.
So he pulls out his noodle and he starts peeing on the girl.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
despicable, disgusting, and despicable.
It makes me want to go there for the Olympics. I'll tell you that.
She jumps up, obviously, and runs away. But I mean, why? Why would you do that? What?
Now, like
disgusting.
It's
really disgusting.
Reverse the races.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Can you imagine?
Oh my gosh.
That's an Islamic woman sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
And some Christian man comes up behind her and pees on her. Oh my God! You talk about Islamophobia.
Paris would burn. There would be no facilities left for the Olympics.
It's for sure.
That's probably true.
God.
There's no doubt about that, is there? Is there any doubt in anybody's mind that's accurate? Come on. It just doesn't happen because people don't do that kind of stuff. So
I don't think you have to be a woman. It could be just a picture of Allah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Muhammad.
Yeah.
You pee on
very
that,
true.
you're done.
It's true. Yeah. I mean, look at what happened to Salman Rushdie. And, he didn't physically do anything to anybody. He wrote about something.
Yeah, in the magazine in France. Right? With their cartoon.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. We're
not showing
good times.
it. I want to go back
we're
to
not
it.
gonna
So
show
we're not going to show it. Thank you, Fisher. Appreciate
Good
it.
times. Well,
Good
don't
times.
play it. I
Messed it
don't
up.
care.
No, you messed it up. You
don't
questioned
blur it.
Pat.
Don't
Pat was
blur it
ready
out.
to play it, and you're like, "Oh, we're gonna actually play
Hey,
it."
he talked me
Thank you.
down.
He
Talked me
sure
down
did.
from
Hey,
class.
he sure did.
Can I just tell the audience, kudos to Noah, who did an excellent job of blurring the
Yes,
man
he
unit,
did.
as you refer to.
Well, then why, we don't even need to see it. It's all
Okay.
blurry.
I'm just giving him props.
We
since we're not
explained it.
going to get to see.
Yeah, but is the stream blurred? Or that's pretty gross. It's pretty nasty.
So now we're going to just censor P.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Nobody wants to see
Censor
that.
P.
Maybe we'll put it up on Twitter if you want to go check it out there.
Keith?
And then Noah's work will not have gone for naught.
Chris, it's all you, man.
But this is lovely because those who have stayed behind, in the Middle East, in their own culture, they are promoting what they've got going in their country. The Taliban right now is promoting Afghanistan as a really wonderful vacation destination. Have you seen-
Right?
Can you believe this?
No, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
No, what?
They're
Yeah.
they're advertising Afghanistan as a great place to go on vacation.
I'm glad they're using our dollars wisely over there for the
Me
Chamber
too.
of
Yeah.
Commerce.
Me too. Because Afghanistan should be a destination that's really high on your wish list, don't you think?
Well, yeah.
Right after visiting hell, your very next stop should be
I'd
Afghanistan.
rather trek through the jungles of Cambodia looking for that
Yeah.
plane that doesn't exist.
Exactly. Ladies, you'll love seeing the inside of your hotel room. Let your hair down and, get beheaded. Instead, keep your hair up and covered along with every other inch of your body. And enjoy the four walls of your hotel room the Taliban will allow you to stay in.
Right.
Unless you leave with your man, and then maybe you can go completely covered from head to toe.
And don't be looking at the drug lord the wrong way.
No, he'll shoot you in the face.
Right then.
The Taliban wants you to come to, and they're saying you'll have to observe all of our restrictions if you're a woman and you're coming here.
But come. Enjoy.
Yeah. Spend your money here because we're really cash poor right now, and we can use it. I mean, I guess we're not selling enough heroin. We haven't planted enough poppy seeds here in this country to get by, so now we're going to need tourist money.
Yeah, they're not getting enough of that money.
Jeez.
It's a big piece of their economy, but it's broken up between the different drug lords. That's what I was saying. I mean, so much of that area is, the farmer gets very little of the opium trade, by the way.
Right.
Just not.
Yeah.
Very familiar with how that trade works.
And yesterday we had the story about how the Taliban has taken control of $212 million worth of U.S. weaponry that we left behind. And we're still selling. Did you know this? We're still selling weapons to the Afghan government. Well, who's getting that?
Is that
the Taliban, of course, since they control the entire country.
This administration hates this country.
Oh, my gosh.
They hate this country. They hate the United States of America.
There's no question about that.
My gosh.
If you were trying to destroy this country, what would you do differently?
Some have asked that question.
I've heard that some people are asking that question. It's a good question to ask,
It is. It's a really good question to ask.
Geez, they're doing everything you can possibly imagine and then some to bring it down. Also, Paul Pelosi's attacker was resentenced. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, he wasn't allowed a final speech or whatever. You have any words before we render judgment? Right. And they didn't do that. And that was bad.
Yeah, the judge apologized.
So they gave the guy a chance to say his final piece.
And he did.
And he did.
Yeah, he did.
And so he was sentenced to 10 extra years as a result. So instead of getting 20 years, he got 30.
The judge screwed up the whole thing. Between not letting him speak and the way he was supposed to be sentenced. So then they just okay, well, we're gonna have to redo the whole thing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's amazing.
I mean, you might remember it's the guy who attacked Paul Pelosi.
David DePape.
David
DePape.
Is it DePape?
I don't know. It's David DePape,
Nobody knows.
I believe.
Nobody knows.
It's the 30
All we know is he went upstairs and...
Oh, this audio from inside the Pelosi house.
This is the actual Pelosi
that's right.
audio.
I forgot you had this.
Yeah. Not a lot of people have access to this. But this is David going up the stairs right now to assault Paul Pelosi.
And this is a pretty tall house that the Pelosi's
it's a big house. It's a big house.
Well, actually, he was going upstairs to see if Nancy was home.
Oh, that's true.
That's right.
And all he found was Paul.
Yeah, right.
And then I think they went downstairs
That's what
together.
he apologized for. He apologized. I should have just left.
Hold on. Refresh my memory. How many stories is this house?
2.
San Francisco.
2 stories.
Ever been to a house in San Francisco? Yeah. Stairs are everywhere.
Wow. I mean, this is intense.
He's almost there. He's
a workout.
Just another flight or two.
No wonder he was out of breath when the cops came.
Yeah,
He'd been walking up these stairs, not doing anything else.
I mean, Nancy's got a pretty big place. That's why there is an elevator, just David didn't know about it.
I mean, you would think he's walking up the Empire State Building or something.
Have the cops been called yet? What
Not yet, no. Because Paul doesn't even know he's there.
Paul's still sleeping.
What in the world?
I was going to say, wasn't Paul downstairs at the
No,
living
they were
room?
upstairs
they were upstairs at first.
And then they went downstairs together.
You must have a great view of the city from the top of this house.
You would think it's breathtaking.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
And then finally...
I mean, it's not breathtaking from the stairwell.
No.
You got to get upstairs.
Whew. Paul!
I'm surprised he had enough energy to lift the hammer.
But he got his final statement.
Yeah.
And here's what he said. It's completely on me. I'm truly sorry for my mistake. I'm sorry for what I did, especially what I did to Paul Pelosi. I should have just left the house when I realized Nancy wasn't home. I feel horrible about what I did to Paul. That got him an extra 10 years. That is crazy, isn't it?
That is something else.
His attorney should go, can we just go back to where he didn't say anything?
I mean, yeah, right. I mean, yeah, he hit the guy in the head with the hammer, and that's not right. You shouldn't have done that.
No, you should not.
But he didn't kill him.
Still attempted murder, though, with a deadly weapon.
Well, I mean, this is two-tier justice system playing out in front of us.
That's for sure.
You can't attack the Pelosi's and expect a sentence similar to...
Illegal aliens are getting out of jail in 5 minutes after raping somebody.
Oh, God.
This guy hits Paul Pelosi in the head and gets 30 years for it. Wow.
Well, 20 before he said he was sorry.
Right.
True.
Right. He shouldn't have been sorry, I guess.
Right.
All right. Let me tell you about Blaze TV. We got some Blaze originals, right? I don't have the...
Can we do Pat Originals still? I keep promoting that every morning when I tweet out about the show. Pat Originals get you $30 off.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me that still works.
Got a new documentary coming, and
nice.
You want to be a subscriber today so that you can enjoy this. This is why I keep telling you to please consider supporting the Blaze Media, where our mission is to set fire to the lies the left wants you to believe. Not only will you get this show, but you'll have access to everything else we do here, from our Blaze originals, our series and like Glenn has done recently, some really good stuff. Steve Baker's incredible investigative work, revealing shocking lies about January 6th. I also there's something new coming out too that I got to tell you about here. Skip it. Why? Wait, what?
We were told this morning not to use that. So
really?
bring that down, please.
Oh,
thank you.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Well, then...
I'm just trying to do what they sent out yesterday.
Then I will say this.
And then I'm told not to.
I rewrote the script.
Okay.
So...
I will say this, that your subscription to Blaze TV is one way that keeps chewing the fat free.
There you go.
Oh, wow. That's a big reason to do it. Wow.
I mean, I don't necessarily appreciate the tone that you said that in, but
the tone was so respectful and appreciative, and
I feel like it wasn't. But
and
I'm
filled
just
with
saying.
admiration for the show.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for that.
Jeffy can keep the price down as long as you continue to subscribe to the Blaze. So that's awesome. Use the promo code PAT, and you'll get $20 off your subscription. BlazeTV.com. Get the full show. You get overtime. You get everybody else's overtimes, all the originals, everything that comes your way. So BlazeTV.com, promo code PAT for $20 off.
Pat Gray. The Scottie Scheffler case might be done today.
Oh,
right. They made
this is where he almost ran over a police officer, got out of his car, beat him practically to death.
That's correct.
Or either that, or the cop jumped on his car and he stopped.
You go.
I hate to see it.
And we were supposed to. The court case was supposed to be June 3rd, the next court date. And we found out today that the Kentucky Louisville prosecutor is going before the judge at 1, and Scheffler's attorneys have issued for a press conference at 1:30. So that's kind of a telltale mark, I would say, that we're just going to make this thing, and it should go away.
I hope so. It's a stupid charge. It's ridiculous. The guy tried to drive around a roadblock. Big deal.
Back to blue.
You know, give him a fine. Give him a $500 fine.
Which may happen, right? The fine may happen. But to no one believes the officer was dragged.
He wasn't.
No one believed it. Any of the footage that they have doesn't show it.
And by the way, conveniently, the officer's footage wasn't there.
But he's been reprimanded for that, Pat. He knows the rules of this police department, so don't you worry about that.
Okay, I won't.
And so, and there's other footage that they released of another angle where you can't see the original interaction. However, my point to that is that if there was a police officer being dragged by a car, the other officers in the area would have acted
and perhaps opened fire.
And you see none of that. And you see none of that in the other footage. So I mean, it just didn't happen.
Did Scheffler walk up any stairs though on his way to the police officer? Was he?
I don't know.
Was he headed for Paul Pelosi at the time?
If the officer's last name happened to be Pelosi,
well, then,
for sure.
Then you put him in jail forever, or give him the death penalty. One of the two.
By the way, earlier, Pat, you talked about needing your hetero flag. I designed you one.
Oh, wow.
Right here. Yeah, so if you want to fly this in the month of June, is that the month you want?
No, I don't want to rain on the parade of the pride.
Does that look like the Hillary flag when she was running in 2016?
Oh, crap, you're right.
Looks like the Houston flag, too.
That's the Hillary
Houston flag.
Oh, Houston.
Yes.
What did we
I'm not
just
aware
see?
of it.
Houston is
The
named
dirtiest city?
Yes, good job,
Dirtiest
Houston.
city.
That's nonsense.
Oh, no, it's not.
That's garbage.
No, it's
Like
not.
the city of Houston.
Garbage. So
it is
stupid.
So filthy. Places.
It is not.
Okay. That's what it said. That's all we know. Reporting the facts.
How can it be filthy when it's flooded all the time and the rain's washing the filth away?
That's why. It's a swamp.
Yeah. I mean, facts are facts. It's being reported.
I love Houston. Houston is so superior to Dallas. It's not even close. It's not even close.
Give us some reasons.
Better restaurants. More to do.
But hold on. No, wait. Like
more to do.
Like what?
Better restaurants.
What are you doing?
Nicer people.
What are you doing there? Like,
Did you say nicer people?
Yeah, nicer people. Mm-hmm. Because you're deep into you're in the heart of Texas. Here, we're barely across the border.
You can still smell Oklahoma from here.
You can. You can.
Houston's the armpit, man. Come on.
Houston is not the armpit.
Okay.
I mean, when you go there and you move into the 4th Ward or the 3rd Ward, wherever you were,
no, actually, when
you're not going to have a good experience.
But when I lived 45 minutes north of the city, that's the same area of town where the
guy was barbecued,
grilled his
he
girlfriend.
grilled his girlfriend. Yeah.
Well, she should have.
In my apartment complex parking lot. What should she have done, Jeffy?
She knows what she should have done.
Well, she doesn't now because she's not around. So
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.